Hi everybody, my name is Sherry. Welcome to my stamp studio. I have a really sparkly card for you today. I think you're going to enjoy it. It's a little twist on the Lily of the Valley without using the paper. If you haven't been to my site for a while, I'm doing a website update and it goes down sometimes. I'm not quite sure what's happening. The developers are working on it, but sometimes the pictures disappear. Sometimes it's not there. I try to do stuff like this to make things better, and it's a growing pain when you go through it, and it not only is it not better, it's not even there. So hopefully if you go visit my website, you'll see it and you'll see the photos. If you don't, then just come back in a day or two. Hopefully the team will get it all worked out. This time I paid somebody to do it. Last time my husband and I did it ourselves, but didn't have time to mess with that. But this is ending up taking time now. So I have a couple of new things. Well, a lot of new things up, really. This uses the new impression plates with the new die, so it kind of puffs up your die cuts. This one uses the new Shimmer brushes, which is super fun. And then I do have, these are my projects from the Silly Old Bear online class that we're having. So me and my friends collaborated to bring you a card class and a party class. So those are mine. So you can find out all the details about getting in on the online version. You can get it free if you purchase the suite from me, or you can just buy the PDFs from us. So today I'm going to use Lily of the Valley, which I do have more cards than this, but they're all card club cards. So when you see the Lily of the Valley stuff, isn't it so pretty? It's a really pretty suite. With the paper, I still stuck to kind of the same colors that are in the paper, but this is taking it more a little bit of a vintage feel. So this is nice and bright and super pretty. This is on my channel. You can go look at that. It's a fairly simple set, simple images, things that just cut out the one little lattice and then some of the flowers and leaves. So it's not difficult at all, and it makes coming together with things super easy. So this card also is very easy, and again, didn't use the paper. So I have crumb cake as my base. Then let's go ahead and do our stamping. So I have, I'm going to use, these are the frames from the Silly Old Bear suite. It's from the Sweet Words and Labels. So I have those. I will cut out frames. Here I am going to stamp the smaller grouping of the Lily of the Valley. So just one little set of flowers we'll stamp on here, and then we'll color those in quickly. And then over here on this piece, I am going to stamp Happy Birthday. On my other one, I embossed it first and stamped second. This time I'm going to stamp first and emboss second. It doesn't really matter if you're going to put something through the folder where you put it. But this way I might be able to see if there's an empty spot on the folder that I can put it so it doesn't get quite so crushed. But if you do it second, then just press a little harder. Let's color this in. Simple coloring. So I am going to use Granny Apple Green, and which pink did I pick? The light bubble bath, and then the new white gel pen. So let's start with our dark Granny Apple Green. This colors so fast, so I'm just going to trace my lines first with the dark. And then I'm going to come down here at the bottom. I'll make the base of my leaves a little bit darker. Pull that up again. I'll do my light Granny Apple Green. Making sure I leave a little bit of crumb cake back in there. If you watched me when I did one of these Lily of the Valley cards, I attempted to color with my Granny Apple Green. I didn't know that. I think they're original to when I first got blends. Then I'm going to use the light bubble bath, which when you first put it on here, doesn't even look pink. As it dries, it will get a little pinker. But I just need a little highlight of pink up at the top of my flowers. So I'm going to wait and do my white gel pen because it does take it a second to dry until after I have die cut it. So I'm going to cut this out. We will line this up. And now since I have stamped first, I will be able to put this in here. and now it won't squish my happy birthday. The when I did it before, I just used half and everything had on it. So this will give us a little bit of space down here. Let me do all these things. Okay, these are all cut out. Let's grab our white gel pen. You can see those are already pinker, but I am just gonna make my flowers be mostly white with that little highlight of pink at the top. I found that when I'm coloring in a section with this gel pen, if you kind of dab it, it has the paint come out and it looks like you painted it instead of just coloring with a gel pen. I love the pop of white on the crumb cake. Leaving a little bit of the pink at the top of them. There we go. I thought about adding some white highlights around it, but I really liked it at the end when these just popped. So the shimmer pens had me really wanting this card to be shimmery, but none of the pens really, or the shimmer brushes really worked. So I am going to use some of my shimmer solution. This is a gel pen, and I just did a new one. Almost a whole gel pen, squeezed into here with some glycerin. And I have been doing this for 2 years now. Just put it on this block. You can see all the Wink of Stella that's in there. Grab this is the same brush that when I started doing this technique, I have been using the same brush all the way along. So you can see it's super sparkly. I'm not going to do it everywhere. I'm going to try to get all the raised up portions, and some of it will go down below. I know my label is going to go there, so there's no need to waste shimmer there. It does make your cardstock look a little bit darker because it's wet. But as it dries, it just leaves the shimmer behind. So add this. I'm going to add a little bit of shimmer down here towards the bottom. Isn't that beautiful? So pretty. And then I'm just going to give a little highlight right here behind where I'm going to put my flower bundle. Hopefully you can see the shimmer. It's very sparkly, and you can see here. Add a little bit more down here at the bottom because I have it here on my block. Might as well use it up, right? I didn't put any on my green the first time around. I think sometimes if you don't put it everywhere, then the places where it pops a little bit better. Now, one word, it does take it a second for anything to stick to it because the glycerin needs to dry. It's another reason I left this one empty right here. So let's start with our Granny Apple Green label. And again, these are from the Silly Old Bear. Pop this here. And then put this one here. I love the shapes of these. And then I'm going to use dimensionals, which hopefully if I put one down here, it will not fall off. My other one fell off as I was doing it the first time, but we'll see. It just needs to dry. And it just takes it a few minutes. I just don't want to sit here for a few minutes with my phone filming. But I think if I do it low enough, that one will grab. And then for the ribbon, this looks fabulous with it, so I went with it. But it is on the last chance list. See how it looks so good with that crumb cake paper, and then it really picks up the gold that's in the Wink of Stella shimmer. It's the Fine Art ribbon, and I'm going to do it this way so it looks like it's holding our little bouquet of Lily of the Valley. And this piece that I put through the folder is a 1/4 sheet of cardstock. It doesn't have a layer. So sometimes it feels kind of, when I used to work at McDonald's as a teenager, you were like, how will I know if I get counterfeit money? And you'd get it and you're like, oh, well, this is counterfeit because you touched, I don't think these days they even touch money anymore at McDonald's. But you touch so much money every hour. I worked the drive-thru for a couple of years. But to me, it's the same feeling when I use a 1/4 sheet of cardstock. I'm like, why does this not look right? Because more often than not, I am using a 4 by 5 1/4 to give a border, but I wanted this to be the whole background to get all of that yummy folder on it. So now we'll just put this false front onto here. But I don't like to put the front of my card through the folder because then the inside also has the folder pattern on it. I think this gives it a more finished professional look. And then I didn't use the embellishments that are part of the Lily of the Valley suite. These are actually part of the Fern and Flora. But I liked this color of green as opposed to the brighter green. I think they're both Granny Apple. But because the one was brighter, it just felt a little... And these also need time for it to dry. I'm trying to stick them where there isn't any. I didn't use any of the Secrecy. Stick them where there's no glycerin. This one has glycerin everywhere. Maybe right there. So they're in different spots than my first one. But look how shimmery and shiny and beautiful and simple that is. There's my other one, which since it has dried, you can see the card no longer looks wet. You can still see the wet on this one. This one just left the shimmer behind. And I did stamp over the top of the folder. I should have thought about doing it that way because I knew this folder had a lot of empty space. But look how shimmery and beautiful that is. Isn't that the best? So there you go. If you're interested in any of my online classes, this is Card Club for May. And usually at the end of the month, I have 1 or 2 extras because I do them for postage. And then I sell them later on. But there may be a couple of packets left if you're interested in getting the May one. Have a great one. Bye.